So the first option, and this works really well for some of you guys that have better shoulder mobility, is going to be to clean the bar to the front rack. From the front rack position, actually widen your hands out to a more comfortable overhead squat position, and then just jerk from there. So perform a regular jerk, stand up, now you're set up for an overhead squat. Again, this is gonna work well for those of you guys that have the shoulder mobility to allow it. All right, for those of you that don't, what tends to work best is so just a power clean into a small dip and drive right over, just like that. This technique, then you can jerk the bar overhead, and widen your grip out, jerk, and you can overhead squat from there, right? So this technique is gonna work better for those of you that are stronger. If you have a very strong overhead or a good push press, you should feel pretty confident with this technique. For those of you guys that aren't very confident overhead, you guys are gonna have to resort to a clean and jerk, regular clean and jerk, stand up, lower the bar to the back rack, spread the hands out, jerk again, jerk, and perform an overhead squat. This is by far the hardest way to do it, and you're performing the most amount of work. But for those of you that aren't confident overhead or don't have the shoulder mobilities to do it one of the other two ways, this is gonna be your best option, okay? That being said, if you are gonna do it like this, you do need to be confident lowering the bar from an overhead position to a back rack, okay? So some tips, things that you guys should work on, and we'll talk about it as Liz does it here. So Liz, let's go overhead. Just bring the bar overhead. So Liz is gonna make sure that the bar is right over her neck or trap area, right? If it's too far back or too far forward, the lowering portion is gonna be very difficult, and you're just gonna feel very out of balance, okay? So what you'll notice is as Liz lowers the bar, she rises up on her toes to meet it, right? So she's actually coming up first, and as the bar makes contact in an elevated position, she's gonna absorb the impact with her legs, okay? So you're not trying to take the brunt of it with your shoulders and back. You're actually trying to put yourself in a good position to absorb it with the legs, all right? This is a really crucial technique for you guys that are CrossFitters to master. You never know when a heavy overhead squat is going to come up in competition, and it really is as simple as you guys just practicing that. Again, make sure you guys are rising up to meet the bar and using your legs to lower it.